for now. Number 3, Grant. If you want to grant us,
Grant us it.
grant us the number
Grant
3.
it to us. Grant.
I'll put the G in this rant with this.
Oh,
this pick because
boys!
some people, the two other hosts of the show may disagree with some of the statements I will make about this series, but my number 3 is Naruto.
Interesting.
Pick.
Off the bat, I gotta say, I think that's a fair placement.
And well, what I figured you guys would maybe disagree with me in is my favorite character is Sasuke Uchiha.
Whoa.
Edgy, definitely.
Whoa. Controversial pick, in my opinion.
So I don't know if Sasuke is the ideal waifu, personally.
Or husbando. Get the vernacular straight, Toenail.
I don't know why I've never heard of that, but that's so fucking
Sasuke is such a bitch that you can call him a waifu instead, bro.
So
roasted.
I will get into Sasuke because he's part of the reason why I love Naruto.
I would love because Naruto didn't make my list. It's definitely in my honorary mentions, but I'd love, I can tell you why it didn't make my list.
I'm surprised it didn't make your list at all.
And
I
then
thought you liked Naruto.
It really was. I was debating on because Shokugeki no Soma was not going to be there. It was going to be Naruto.
Okay.
But I really thought about it, and I thought about if I include Naruto, that includes Shippuden to a degree, and Shippuden is where it fell off for me 100%.
Okay,
and the
real
war
quick.
arc is where it just went to shit for me.
That brings me to the question, Grant, was your number 4 as Naruto, was that including Shippuden? Or was
No,
that
his
just
is number
part
3.
one? Oh, number 3, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
It is including Shippuden?
I think so. I think So I have a couple things to say about the series as a whole. I think that one, it definitely got rushed towards the end with the war arc and with Kaguya and with Madara. That got very rushed. So I would have loved to see a Naruto Shippuden and then a sequel series to Naruto Shippuden that would have broke the series into 3 parts. I think if it had more time, it would have been finished brilliantly. I think
Wait.
Shippuden
There is a third part. It's called Boruto.
Fuck Boruto.
We don't have to talk about that.
I'm almost caught up with Boruto, and it's not that good.
I have absolutely no desire to watch Boruto.
You really don't need to.
But what I will say is that if they split Naruto and Shippuden into 3 parts, and they ended like a quote part 2 of Shippuden with the Pain Saga, and continued it with the same pace and style that it had been before, but with it sort of being the end game, I think that series could have been brilliant. I really do. And the other thing I'll say, because I know you said my favorite character Sasuke is a hot take. I think Sasuke is one of the most misunderstood characters in popular anime.
That's a hot fucking
holy
take.
shit,
That's a
bro.
searing hot take.
I think he's incredibly misunderstood.
You're gonna have to get into that.
So there's a lot of stuff that is I do agree with that. It's
it's not.
So I'm a very read in between the lines kind of person, and I think I might give the writers a little bit more grace than they deserve. But I do think that I think Sasuke is very misunderstood because where a lot of people sort of lose it with Sasuke isn't part 1. And honestly, it isn't until he finds out that Itachi is good. That's when he sort of loses his shit. And I think that's because the way that he talks about Itachi in part 1 is literally everything that is wrong with the world. He thinks that Itachi is the most evil thing in the world, and he's with Orochimaru, and yet he thinks Itachi is more evil. He thinks that he's the personification itself of like malice, just bad in the world, and he thinks that by killing Itachi, it will do a service to the world.
But
And he
doesn't that
wraps
should
his
go to show
entire
how
life around
ignorant
that.
he is, essentially?
Well, how the hell is he supposed to know? No one knew. Kakashi didn't know.
So are you saying Sasuke is not necessarily evil?
So, I
Because
think
he
that,
thinks he's doing good for the world by killing Itachi, and that's his whole goal in joining Orochimaru.
I think he's seeing the big picture, like in his own. Like I'm not saying that it's like his logic isn't flawed at all. Like I kind of think it is flawed because he could have easily gotten that strength from training in the Hidden Leaf Village with like Kakashi or like in any other way. But what he saw was that like my number one priority is to defeat Itachi and get rid of this evilness in the world. I really do. I think he's a very morally grounded character that once he found out that the person who was supposed to be like the Oedipus of evil turned out to be one of the most like good-natured and like self-sacrificing people that like is in the entire series, probably is the most good-willed and like self-sacrificing in the entire series. He finds out that he's a good guy, his whole fucking world shifts upside down, and he finds out that like what's really wrong with the world is like these elders who changed Itachi and like made him do this because that's like his view. And then as that goes on and he kills Danzo and he finds out more from Itachi once he gets resurrected that like no, maybe it's like not just the elders, maybe it's the like I have to ask the previous Kage why the world would, or like why the Leaf Village would end up being in this position with the Uchiha to where we have to force my 13-year-old brother to kill everyone he loves and knows.
But
like, why does it have to be this way?
But is Sasuke the good character there, or is Itachi the amazing character
Itachi's
there?
always been the
who
amazing character.
Naruto or not Naruto? Sorry, Sasuke is just a supporting character for, and maybe Itachi's just there to help make Sasuke look somewhat better. But Itachi is the one really who's at the spotlight, you know?
Yeah, that that's a fair point. I think a lot of my love for Sasuke and like why he's my favorite character comes from like him just being cool when I was a kid and just like me paying more attention to him because I was like, oh, this he was like my showstopper when I watched Naruto as a kid. Like every time he was like fighting or saying something, I always paid attention and just like listened because he was my favorite character. But what I'm saying, like a lot of what I'm saying, I'm not gonna say things because a lot of these ideas I didn't really come up with on my own. I actually saw in a video a little while back. It's by a guy named Swag Kage. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him.
I watch his videos all the time.
I have seen his videos.
So he dissects Sasuke.
Or not his videos. I've seen him on a podcast.
So he has a video called like dissecting Sasuke Uchiha, and everything he has to say in that video is exactly how I feel about Sasuke.
So I've heard him on a podcast. It was Noxtaku's podcast.
Oh.
But on there, he said that Sasuke was his favorite character.
Wow, I'm surprised.
And I think he got ridiculed by not only like, you know, the people whose podcast it was, but then I was like, yeah, I've gotten recommended this guy's videos, but now that I know his opinions on the show, actually, like whose favorite character is, I'm not ever going to watch his videos. And I've never seen a single one.
He's got a boner for the Uchiha, that's for sure. But I think he makes pretty fair judgments.
But like honestly, fairly so. The Uchiha are
they're broken.
Stupid. They're like he does a lot of like hypothetical verses and like power scaling type of stuff. And like in Naruto, if you have like a red eye with 3 dots on them, or you killed your best friend and you got a different one, or a Rinnegan, you can like battle with the best of them. That's just
you're a god. You're a god.
Almost
that's how it is.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's understandable that he sort of like gives the Uchiha like so much grounding in terms of like power and like overall ability, because that's just kind of
How the show
truth.
is, yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if like fucking if you tard or if you're just obsessed with like the second Hokage, or like if you're obsessed with Minato, like they're
Minato's awesome.
stupid strong, but like they go up against Madara or
The
people
first
who have a
Hokage is
Renegon or
badass.
Sharingan. I mean, not in all cases, but in some cases, they're just kind of beat because of the abilities that come with being an Uchiha.
That's true, but I don't think that's a fair comparison to say against Madara, because when they battled Madara, he was reanimated with infinite chakra.
Yeah. That's true.
But I do agree that sometimes they're outmatched in terms of that. It's hard to say for Minato, because I know he fucked up Obito, but...
Literally no one except Naruto was able to compete against Pain.
Yeah, actually. Even Tsunade was
Only
couldn't do shit.
because he had Renegon. Pain again. I think
Well,
Pain
my
is an
guy
incredible
was there,
character.
but we don't have
No
to talk
discount
about
to
my
Pain.
guy.
I love the Naruto versus Pain fight. Top 5 fights in any anime
Easily.
goes to the Pain versus Naruto fight.
Oh,
That
man.
fight
Just
is
thinking about it pulls my
insane.
heartstrings.
And I love the fight. But yeah, Pain, he was undefeated until Naruto showed up. Again, plot armor to a degree. Nine-tailed fox, helped me to a degree.
He couldn't have won
Yeah.
without the Nine Tails, to be honest.
Any of his fights, until he learned Sage Mode.
He had Sage Mode when he fought Pain.
Oh
But
yeah.
he still couldn't have won without the Nine Tails.
That's why he won.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Do you think in Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, do you think, like, I've seen the thing where people are always like, Naruto, he like, Night-tailed fox, I hate you. There's a meme of that. But then he's also like, anytime he's in a predicament, help me, motherfucker, help me.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Like, I don't know.
He definitely does
No,
do
there are
that.
definitely issues I have with the series, but it's a very much like how you had Dragon Ball Z as your number 5.
Mhm.
Like, Dragon Ball Z to me was like that was Naruto was my Dragon Ball Z.
Same.
Okay.
And I mean, I watched it as an adult. Like, I mean, fuck that. Like, every 2 years, I go and rewatch the whole series because it's just like nostalgic and I just enjoy it.
So
The other thing I'll say about Pain and Naruto is that Mike Guy wasn't present in the Leaf Village, but if he was, I don't know if Naruto would have been needed.
dude, okay,
Oh
yes,
my
I will.
God, you're
I
so
will say
right.
some my 2 favorite characters from Naruto and the Naruto Shippuden. My favorite character in Naruto is Rock Lee. My favorite character in Naruto Shippuden is Mike Guy. And I love that one point where he unlocks Mike Guy in Shippuden unlocks all 7 gates. He's gonna die. He knows he's gonna die, but he has a limited amount of time to beat the shit out of Madara.
And he does beat the shit out of him.
And no Genjutsu, no what's the other one?
Ninjutsu.
Ninjutsu. All just taijutsu. It's just throwing hands. He's fucking
He
murking
punches
this
so
nigga.
fast that he can make gusts of air.
And he's destroying him. And
Low-key, that's some
Madara
Isaac
says
Neverland shit.
he is the strongest taijutsu user he's ever met.
Yeah.
Ever. Period.
That's
Period.
fucking saying something.
My guy and Rock Lee are insane. And if we get into original Naruto, the Rock Lee versus Gaara fight had my heart on strings. It was just pulling it in all different directions. It was an amazing fight.
I
love that fight.
That's a fight I still watch every now and then. It's kind of like the Wombo combo. You gotta
And
revisit
then-
it once a year.
And then Rock Lee gets cucked. Rock Lee gets fucking cucked. The show just puts him in a crutch, and they're like, we don't care about him.
Yeah.
Plot armor is what we care about. Chasing
You
after
know, like-
Sasuke is what we care about.
Yeah.
Man, it's so funny you say that. I actually I will rewatch that fight if I'm ever in like a down place in my life where I'm like, oh, does any of the shit that I'm doing right now even matter for the rest of my life? I watch that fight and I'm like, no, you know what? The work I'm putting in right now matters. Like this.
Yeah.
No, I'm dead serious. Like that fight is like.
I love that, dude. I
It's
love
so meaningful
that.
to me as a kid, and like meaningful to me as like an adult. That like someone who just kind of was getting baby shaped by like people all around him, like Neji included, and then he
Yeah.
just surpasses literally
Everyone.
every other Genin around him, and just is like excluding Gaara.
But again,
But,
Gaara, again, plot armor because he was a Jinchuriki or Chinchuriki, whatever you want to
Yeah.
say.
But even like Sasuke, he even surpasses Sasuke, you could say.
100%.
At that
I
point,
no
yeah,
cap,
without a doubt.
100%.
Yeah, at that point for sure. I don't know about in the long term, but
In the long term, he has the 7 gates. If he kept training, if you unlock them all, you know, he might die, but he's gonna fucking kill Sasuke as he goes down. 100%, no
I don't
cap.
know, cause
Are you talking about the end of the story?
Okay,
We're-
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
we're talking end of the
this
series,
Is this is
Lee and
hypothetical. This is
Sasuke.
hypothetical. If Rock Lee and Sasuke were to go at it, you know, end of the story. You can have Boruto Sasuke in there. I don't give a damn.
I disagree so hard, dude.
Seventh gate unlocked. All 7 gates unlocked. Rock Lee, as long as he trained, you know, and if he's as old, you know, older, give him a few more years. Let him recover because
No.
those injuries apparently lasted a fucking series and a half. Like, oh my goodness.
Okay, I disagree so hard. Rock Lee is really good, and I love that fight. But if we're comparing like end of the series Rock Lee to end of the series Sasuke, like Boruto Sasuke with Rinnegan and the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, Rock Lee gets fucking destroyed. Like,
Dude!
there's nothing he can do.
Madara was a sage of 6 paths at that point. He was a fucking god. And and my guy came in there and fucking beat his ass.
But I'm pretty sure Sasuke
Yeah,
can do
but he
shit
like
that even Madara
immediately
couldn't do.
regenerated all the damage and then fought Naruto and Sasuke and
Oh.
like wasn't really having a problem.
Dude,
okay,
okay,
I hear you, I do.
Ah.
But like, I think like if we're getting into a hypothetical versus, I think Sasuke's got more like.
Okay, but that's really just plot armor.
So-
if you think about it, it's really just plot armor because you can't have a supporting character beat Madara. You have to have
the thing
Naruto and
is-
Sasuke beat Madara.
The thing is about that
Sasuke,
is that
why is he there? Why was he even there? Why was he even
In-
fucking
in-
there fighting Madara?
in the Rock Lee versus Sasuke fight, Sasuke's not going to be able to regenerate like Madara did because Madara was reanimated. So
And he's lost an arm too.
So I think it's a little closer for sure, and Rock Lee's got a chance, but I think Sasuke's got so much up his sleeve.
Oh, it's all in
Like,
his eyeballs.
Madara wasn't even using Susanoo. If Sasuke used Susanoo, like, it doesn't matter how fast Rock Lee can move or how hard he can punch.
He can
because-
probably be fast enough to get through before you put up the Susanoo.
Grant,
He can
what do you gotta say about that?
He pokes out
Okay,
Sasuke's
so-
eyes. What the fuck is Sasuke gonna do? He's a little bitch who's blind now at this point.
Well, that's the thing with the Sharingan is that like it increases your reaction time. I know it's gonna be like stupid 8-gate speed, like you open
Or
up
8
all
gates, yeah.
inner gates.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
If you open up all 8 inner gates, like you're dumb fast. Like we
Dumb
saw that with
fast.
like
And dummy strong
you
too.
are.
Keep that in mind.
yes, but Sasuke has like. I mean, it's different than it is with Madara. Like, you have to consider, like, Sasuke's unique abilities. Like, one, his Rinnegan allows him to teleport objects.
Yes. Yes.
The other thing is that his Mangekyo Sharingan has the ability to use Amaterasu, and he can shield himself with that. And if Rock Lee touches him, he has flames that don't stop burning on his body, and he either has to like
Yep.
cut
Listen
off
to
a limb like the
Grant.
Raikage did,
Listen to Grant, buddy.
or he dies, he burns to death, you know. And I mean, like, I'm sure that's not how it would go if they actually did this fight.
It
but
wouldn't be that simple.
that option exists where Sasuke can kind of just like Enton Kagasuchi or whatever it is, and like cover his like Susanoo with Amaterasu, and Rock Lee kind of can't touch him, and then you know he has the Rinnegan, so he has like the Geto Mazo, and like he can just rip out his soul. There's a bunch of other things that Sasuke has that like I don't know if Rock Lee or anyone in the Eight Gates can kind of like contend with. But that being said, I do think that if you...
But don't they get
if
nerfed
you have,
all
like,
the time in Boruto?
They definitely do get nerfed in Boruto. It's in Boruto. It's like they have no chakra at all. Like they do one jutsu or two jutsus, and it's like, oh my god, I'm out of chakra. But but that's just so that they can get Boruto the spotlight.
Well, yeah, the
Fucking
show's
Boruto.
not called Naruto anymore. They don't matter.
Yeah, because Boruto's always there, and it's always when the main guys from Shippuden run out of chakra.
Okay,
that
can we
Boruto
talk
gets
about the
in.
worst character in all of anime,
Are
period?
you gonna say Sakura?
Fucking Sakura. I hate Sakura. I hate her so much.
I gotta give that award to 10-10.
10
You're
10.
right, dude. Yo, the swing that Naruto swung on at the beginning of the show got more screen time than 10-10.
But that's the thing. Okay, with amount of time that Sakura has been on the fucking screen, you're gonna tell
You have
me
a fair point.
you hate 10 more than Sakura? You really wanted to see Sakura for all that
I guess
fucking time?
It's different because 10-10 is just useless. It doesn't really matter if she's
10
there or
10's
not.
just there to be there because they needed an extra body.
I do agree. I think Sakura was like really poorly written, and it's kind of a disappointment because if they did a very similar thing to how she like, you know, I mean, she had a lot of screen time right in the beginning of Shippuden, where her and Chio fought Sasori, and that was like a really
Awesome fight.
really cool fight. That was a really enjoyable fight. I'd rewatch that right now, but you know,
Hold up.
they kind of just forgot about her.
Grant.
Yep. Like, comment, and subscribe.
All
Like,
right.
comment, subscribe.
Yeah, if you want to get into Sasori versus Sakura, grant us your thoughts on that fight.
Yeah, man.
'Cause-
You know, I think it's like power scaling wise, it's probably not that accurate because of a lot of different factors. I think like Sasori kind of like accepted that he wanted to die in the middle of that fight. So I don't know if that like scales Sakura. It probably doesn't scale Sakura or Chio that high comparatively, but like I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool, like applying like Sakura's like medical. Oh, the cat came back. Anyways, applying Sakura's medical ninjutsu to like Sasori's like poison was very interesting to see like how far she had come in like the time skip. But you know, I would have loved to see more of that, where like she was more involved with her medical ninjutsu, with like her Tsunade super strength. But you know, it didn't work out like that. So I do understand why you feel that she's like one of the worst characters in all of anime. But I do think she had potential to be like a very good female character in a very in a very, I guess, like a very male-dominated show. You know, there's only like strong guys. The only strong women in that show are like Tsunade and Sakura, and like maybe Hinata. But like other than that, it's kind of just a bunch of dudes who are mad that like they had a sad childhood.
That's very true.
I agree with that too, because Sakura's like strong. She's not a weak character, but she's like definitely in the upper echelon, I feel like, of fighters, at least within the main Genin from the Leaf Village that we follow. Especially in the later part of the series. So it's such a shame that she's written the way she is, where it's always like, Naruto, please help me. And she doesn't
Sasuke,
quite scale to
please love
Naruto.
me.
Yeah, like she's always asking someone for something, and it sucks because she's strong, but she doesn't scale to like Naruto, Sasuke. And if you want to be the strongest in Naruto, you have to scale to Naruto, Sasuke. So it's like, it's a little hard.
Well, yeah, but like also no one's as strong as Naruto. It's like Madara, Kaguya, and like that's kind of it. Who are like on that tier, like on that like god level type of thing.
Yeah, I guess it's just.
I mean, I haven't watched Boruto, so I don't know about that. But like those are probably the four that you can kind of put in there.
Yeah, I guess it's just unfortunate because Sakura feels like the only one where she doesn't scale to them, that they have to put her in situations where it's like, please, someone else help me, you know, even though she's strong herself.
Yeah. No, I mean when she gets that seal, the diamond or like the seal of 100 healings or whatever it's called,
It's just broken.
she's Kage level. She's
Yeah.
100% Kage level. Like Tsunade had that as an old lady and she was Kage level. Sakura's like a young buck and she has that. She's definitely Kage level.
Yeah, she has
and
potential to
can
be way
probably
stronger.
handle a lot of like pretty strong people in the series because she has like really good like chakra control because that was her whole thing from the beginning. So yeah, it could have gone very different. Unfortunately, it didn't. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about Naruto. It might come up later depending on where you guys have it on your list, but we'll see.
I mean, you said that Dragon Ball Z was in your honorable mentions. I'm okay in revealing now that Naruto is in one of my honorable mentions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
So we
that's
had like a little
fair.
flip flop.
Yeah. I would have put it in my top 10, but Shippuden just kind of drove it down for me.
If the war arc wasn't so rushed, I think it would have been way better.
See, I was watching in the anime and I hated it because I didn't even finish the war arc. If I'm going to be honest with you, I have
There
not
was a
finished
ton
it.
of filler. It was filler.
It was so much filler, so many flashbacks to the point where I got watching it weekly. At that point, I just got so fed up that I never even cared to rewatch it after it finished.
Yeah, that's I kind of agree with that. There's a lot of cool-ish moments. There are some like there's stuff I don't care. Like Sai with his like, I don't know if it was his brother or like his like comrade that was very close to him. But there's like a couple episodes where like Sai goes through some really like deep stuff like relating to his past. And honestly, I literally don't give a shit about Sai or his backstory, so it kind of wasted my time. And then other things like Kakashi having to fight Haku and Zabuza again, I think it was cool, but kind of unnecessary. I would have been fine with just Zabuza never coming back and like being reanimated. I think that was kind of a waste of a reanimated shinobi slot.
He could have picked someone stronger.
I don't even know if
Or
it's
just a
stronger.
better
I think
character.
like thematically it would have been kind of cool if like Shisui came back or Jiraiya came back.
No, you're so right. I don't know why they didn't pick Jiraiya, actually.
I honestly would have been upset if they brought Jiraiya back because Jiraiya's death was so
impactful.
Yeah, it was so impactful to Naruto's development and to the progression of that Pain fight and to the development of Pain. And Jiraiya was so essential to Naruto as well as Pain's development.
But imagine that, though. Jiraiya comes back. Naruto didn't know about his death until a while after he died, because if I remember correctly, like, Iruka and Kakashi were trying to, like, protect him from that truth.
They were, yeah.
So imagine that Naruto has to confront everything with that death in Jiraiya's reanimation. I think that would be really cool.
That would have been really cool.
Moment.
That would have been really cool, but I mean, they used the death in a different way.
And it's still really good. I'm not upset they didn't bring him back, but it had potential.
Yeah, it definitely did.
So I think it would have been really cool, specifically because Jiraiya really gave Naruto the motivation to controlling the Nine Tails, because Jiraiya was like Minato Sensei, and he like really took after Naruto, like knowing that he was Minato's son. And I think it would have been really cool because he would have came back like right as Naruto got full control or like partial control of the Nine Tails chakra, and like being able to see like how much this kid has like grown up and stepped up to the plate and was just like really just like filling his shoes in how strong and how capable he was of like changing the world. Because that was Jiraiya's whole thing, is like I don't like, I want world peace, but I don't know how to attain it. And like Naruto kind of took up the torch on that.
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to see like Naruto being able to accomplish something like that with the power that he's gained, I think that would have been really cool for Jiraiya to have like a moment where he isn't like teaching Naruto, he's like seeing Naruto as a whole person.
Where he
you know, I
realizes,
thought that would
like,
have been really cool.
He's like, Naruto
And-
has gained full control over the Nine Tails, and he's like, there's nothing more I can teach you.
Essentially,
Yeah.
it would be Jiraiya seeing, the ideas that him and Minato had essentially thought of, or that he thought that Minato had thought of, which was Naruto
Yes.
will eventually be able to control the Nine Tails, and he just
Yeah.
would be able to see that in fruition. But again, Minato was also able to see that in fruition, so I think in all, I think the show did kind of get at what you're saying in a sense, because it was not, because I think Jiraiya in a sense was carrying on what Minato thought that Naruto would be able to do, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it would have been really cool to see Naruto and Jiraiya have like a conversation about Nagato and like pain, because they had like, Naruto and Nagato were disciples of the same master, and to like be able to confront his master after both defeating Nagato and Pain, I don't know why I said both, but anyways, I think it would have been really cool to see like that conversation happen, where he's like, "No, I defeated the guy who killed you, and I want to like talk to you about how I gained a new perspective on peace and what that means to me, and how you affected me, and how you affected Nagato, and how your actions are still affecting the world." I think it would have just been like narratively and thematically very cool to see like a conversation about that.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. And when you put it like that, it almost feels like there's something missing from Jiraiya's character arc, even though there's really not. But
No, yeah,
that would have been really fucking cool, though.
yeah, totally. And the other thing with like Shisui, that could have been really cool because he has the stupid, not stupid, but like
Kodo Matsukami?
really strong gen. Yeah, Kodo Matsukami. How he has that genjutsu. Like there could have been some really cool like moments where he casts that on like one of the intel guys, or like one of our, like he could have casted it on Gaara, who was like the general, and he could have been like feeding misinformation, and like shit could have gotten discombobulated, and then they finally find out, shit, Shisui's been reanimated, we have to go deal with Shisui, and it could have been a really cool moment where like Sasuke, Itachi, and Shisui all meet up, and I think that would have been cool.
I actually have a question about that from a more technical perspective. So both Shisui's eyes were stolen. So if they would have brought him back, would he still have his eyes? Like, or would he just be eyeless?
Yes, he would. Because Obito had one of Madara's Rinnegan, and Madara was brought back with both of his Rinnegan.
Oh, okay, all right. I just want to make sure, because I wasn't sure if that was like actually an option for what Kishimoto could write, but apparently it was. So that would have been fucking dope.
Yeah, it would have been very interesting to see, because I mean we hear a lot about Shisui through Itachi, who's like a very respected character, and just like from Danzo when that whole backstory was happening, because Danzo kind of was for really no reason other than like being a selfish dick and like petty because he wasn't stronger than Hiruzen. Like Shisui could have just stopped the coup entirely, but Danzo was like, "No, I want that. I want the Sharingan," and he just kind of ruined everything.
That was like the most fucked up thing in the whole show, to be honest. When Shisui died because of that. That's what fucking spiraled Itachi into doing what Itachi had to do. Damn, poor Uchiha. Poor guys.
Itachi, I will say, one of the best characters in the show.
I absolutely love him. He's one of my favorite, easily.
One of my favorite characters in anime, period.
Dude, seeing Itachi as a kid, like, when you're young, and also at the time, like, we're like, okay.
When it was original Naruto?
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't have any other reference for Itachi, but he killed Sasuke's whole family.
You think he's so twisted, and you build up this hatred for him. And then years, maybe a decade, decades later, they completely flip his character, and I think and you get like, I mean, I don't know, maybe I had like little hints of it here and there, but not really. And I remember when like him and Kasame invaded the Hidden Leaf as you remember that?
Yes,
and then Jiraiya ended up going and
that
combating them.
because that was the first time
Yeah.
we really
To a
saw
degree.
Itachi fight.
Yeah, it was you get this, and then they were originally introducing the Akatsuki and everything, and it's just what are they?
Yeah.
Jiraiya doesn't even know what this is. It's so strong, he doesn't even know.
He lives up to the hype that they put for him, which
And,
sometimes
yeah,
doesn't happen in shonen shows.
And with his
Yes.
backstory, with Sasuke's backstory, you build up this hatred for Itachi, and then they completely flip this script, and they show you how this character is, he's sacrificed so much in his life to better
It's also
the
like
life
the
for his
first
brother.
time- Yeah, no, it's like a total flip on what we know, like that, and that's why I think I appreciate Sasuke more, because what Sasuke goes through is very similar to what we go through as viewers. Like, we're like, wait, no, he's evil, and then we're like, wait, no, he's one of like the most morally profound, significant, grounded people that there is. And we go through that, and Sasuke goes through that at the same time. And I think that's a very, very cool moment, like narratively speaking.
Yeah,
Dude, it really is. Oh
it's
my God.
incredible. I think from what you're saying, from what you were saying earlier, with that contrast of how we, kind of see it through, like what we're experiencing is the same thing that Sasuke would be experiencing. I think that's really cool in a sense, for like improving his character overall.
But yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Ugh.
good. I mean, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. I mean,
I love Naruto. Naruto's the
Shippuden-
first real
yeah.
anime I ever watched. I love it.
it's not
Yeah.
the first real anime I ever watched, but I did love original Naruto. I thought it was amazing. It has that
Yeah.
same nostalgia effect for me because going to school, I'd still had friends who would talk about Naruto at school.
Nice. But they won't
Well,
talk about Dragon Ball, huh?
No, we had friends. So like, well, I remember this was in 5th grade. People would buy like the volumes of Naruto and Dragon Ball, and we'll just trade them around.
dude, I used to rent
Everyone
them
would
from the
just-
library.
Everyone would just pass them around, and we'd be able to
That's
read all
dope.
of them.
That's sick as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a lot of fun, man. But just
that's-
sharing that with other people, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
dude, the amount of times in my fucking backyard when I was like 8 years old that I tried to have chakra and make a Shidori
Oh
is
my
like
God.
embarrassing. Are you kidding me?
Dude, I learned the hand signs for I learned them
Shadow
for,
Clone
for
Jutsu?
Fireball Jutsu.
Oh,
I think I know them for Shidori because I've just
Dude, that's sick.
like, yeah, dude, they're like, there's so much cool things about Naruto that like, it has this like grasp that's kind of different. Like, you almost want to be involved in the world so much, in like in just a very unique kind of way.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, these are ninja. They're like cool. They have like a code to them, but then they're also like super badass, and they have like magic in a way that's, I don't know. I think that's very cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's totally cool. It fucking captivated
Definitely.
me.
it's definitely good. Yeah, the world building is pretty good too. But I have some anime that the world building is spectacular.
Yeah.
And
Naruto's got its
Me
flaws.
completely trumps over Naruto's. I will say.
Naruto's got its flaws, but it's definitely
Good
like
world building. I will say decent world building.
it's
I will say that.
objectively probably like one of the best shonen of all time, I feel like.
No,
Yes,
No.
easily. It's one
No.
of the most reputable at the very
Bullshit.
least.
it's the most mainstream, but it's not the best.
I'm not saying it's the best, but it's one of the most recognizable. It's one
Dragon
of the most
Ball is more
impactful.
recognizable.
I'm not saying there's shows
Dragon
that
Ball
aren't more
is
recognizable than Naruto. I'm just saying it's one of the most recognizable.
No. If we're talking about recognizable and impact,
Shut the
Dragon
fuck
Ball,
up. Shut the fuck
Dragon
up.
Ball and One Piece are both way more impactful.
There are other shows that are recognizable and impactful,
but you're
Naruto's up there.
You're trying to say that Naruto's number one.
I'm not saying Naruto's number one.
Okay. So
God damn it.
There's no way to like a conversation about a goat without like it being a sport is kind of impossible. Like a best movie, best show, best anime, even a best like basketball player or best rapper. There's no way to quantify it because everyone has different things that they like and dislike. Naruto's a great series. All of us can agree.
No. That's
Shut
true.
The fuck up,
but again,
Naruto's a great
Joe
series.
Biden has bestowed us. Joe Biden has bestowed us with the ability to be able to quantify and categorize these topics with objective opinions, and objectively, Dragon Ball and One Piece are better.
It's fine if you think that, but Naruto's up there with them.
Oh, dude, Food Wars is better, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
The fan service in Naruto does not compare to the fan service in Food Wars.
No one watches anime for the fan service.
Again,
whoa!
What the individual enjoys and what needs are satisfied from a show to be able to identify it being the best or the greatest. We can't get into this discussion because it will literally never end.
It will never end. None of us will relent.
You know what? For the time being, can you flip that coin?
Flip the coin.
Me, Tonio's got tails.
Yes,
I got heads.
And be sure to leave a comment on what side the coin will land.
Yep.
If you're right, then you should go ahead.
You know what? I'll pin your comment. I will pin your comment. Hit it with a like
so if
myself.
You can guess it, Arsene will be able to pin the comment, and you will be recognized, and you'll get a little bit of clout.
You know what? We might tweet out your comment.
We might even tweet your username if you want us to.
We'll tweet out your comment.
Yeah. But I am Tails.
One of you needs to call it.
Tonio is Tails.
I'm heads. Arsene's heads.
It is Tails.
Fuck!
Let's go. Thank you.
Should we go rock, paper, scissors real quick?
You want to do a rock, paper, scissors?
Let's do a rock, paper, scissors real quick, because I don't want you to get it first.
All right.
I'm petty like that.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, it's tied. Okay.
Scissors.
Rock.
Oh, I won. 2 out of 3?
All right.
2 out of 3. Okay, I won. Tonio played rock. I played paper.
Rock.
Arsene's going scissors.
Oh, I won again. Okay, he played rock again. I played paper.
Damn.
No.
We have a tally going for
so
who's like the we keep our record for rock, paper, scissors.
And right now
I
it's
used to have a party trick that went with rock, paper, scissors. I used to get like 3 people at a time and be like, I'm gonna close my eyes and beat all of you, and before I open, I'm gonna say exactly what you did. And I do it like 50% of the time. I don't know why, but like people who are like assertive usually pick scissors. People who are like adamant usually pick rock, and people who are passive usually pick paper. In like in a first level like basic sense of a thing, I don't know what it is, but I used to do that as like a party trick. And like with girls, I'd be like, you know what, rock, paper, scissors, and it would work. And then they'd be like, how'd you do that? But anyways, that's just a weird thing from my life.
rock, paper, scissors.
Wow.
I get some head tonight.
God.
That'd be funny as hell. Okay, but man, yeah. But the way we play our like rock, paper, scissors lately has been getting into some like light versus L kind of shit, bro.
For real.
Dude, we're thinking 5 moves ahead. You know?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what is he gonna throw and how do I combat that? But also, what does he think I'm gonna throw and how do I flip him up,
Like that last
Wait.
time, I didn't think you'd pick Paper again, so I picked Rock again because I haven't been choosing Rock a lot lately.
Yeah, he hasn't been choosing Rock a lot. That's why I thought he's definitely going to choose Rock more this time.
You fucking bastard! You were one step ahead this time.
Exactly,
This time.
exactly.
So since we're on this topic of one step ahead, I have to mention I had written down, like very close to Sasuke is Shikamaru.
I love Shikamaru.
Because Shikamaru, like his inner dialogue is some of the most like compelling and interesting shit, and the like you saying like 5 steps ahead just made me think of Shikamaru. Anytime anyone says I was thinking ahead, I think of Shikamaru.
100%. I completely agree with that opinion. That's an objectively correct opinion.
Yes, it is. Shikamaru is one of the best
characters. And he has like
characters.
a whole arc too, where like Asuma dies.
Yeah. The immortal guy.
You can say what you want about Shippuden, but that fight and that scene, those like few episodes were awesome.
Yeah, they were so really
cool.
good. You know, he ends up with a bad bitch too.
Tamari.
She's I would say, okay, waifus in the show. Waifus in Naruto real quick. Give me your top 3 waifus in that show, or top 2, top 1, whatever. Top 1. Let's just do top 1.
That's tough.
Top 2
I can't
maybe.
remember really. I'm a sucker for blondes, so Ino was like was my number 1 as a child because I'm a sucker for I still am. But
damn.
Who else?
Damn.
I really like part 1. I don't remember her name, but it was like Orochimaru's disciple who like ran the tuning exams.
Karin?
You know what I'm talking about?
Karin?
Not Karin.
Oh.
No. In the tuning exams, she was like.
I don't know. Yeah.
The heart. She had snakes for arms. Not snakes for actual arms, but she had like snake jutsu. I'll send it to Matt.
Oh, Anko. Anko.
Yeah, exactly. Anko.
I don't remember her, so I can't agree or disagree. But
she's pretty cute.
To completely contrast you, I like brunettes, and I'm gonna go with Hinata. I love me some Hinata.
Yo, real quick before I say mine, Grant, I gotta say, have you seen Anko and Boruto?
Is she fat?
Did she get fat?
Yeah, she got fat.
I saw a video about that.
She's a waifu before that though. No offense to anybody, of course, but men have I have my preferences, I guess.
Some people like their women BBW,
bro. From an objective, attractive standpoint, like we're not looking at it from their fucking personalities. We're looking at how fucking hot they are. They're waifus.
Well, I will be honest. I will be honest. Low key, Hinata's got a great personality. Like, Pain was about to kill him. She knows she can't beat him, yet she goes in because she loves him so much.
That was awesome.
She does have that good result.
That is a great woman with a great personality.
Holy shit. Yeah, I got to agree. Hinata's up there.
Well, who is you need to call yours, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of someone who's better than Hinata, and I'm having a hard time.
Damn.
I'm having a hard time.
There's no way. Hinata's got to be the best, in my opinion, objectively.
Like, who else could it be? Like, Tsunade is not that waifu material. She's alright, but...
Tsunade.
I'm trying to think of who else there could be.
Maybe,
but
I don't know.
I'm not into it, dude. I'm not into it.
What about Tsunade's assistant?
Oh, Shizuku?
Yeah.
No, Shizune.
Shizune, yeah.
I like Shizune. She's pretty cool.
I don't know, man.
But she's not better than Hinata.
Pick someone, bro. You gotta call someone, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
I just googled Naruto waifus, and a thing came up with who is your Naruto waifu, and it gave you like relative to your birth month. And Matt, I'm sorry, or Tonio, I'm sorry, we have to say, we got Tamari.
Oh!
We got 10-10.
You got 10-10? Hey, what's in September?
Oh, wow. Are you shitting me? It's Hinata.
Yes!
Wow.
Let's fucking go, boys! Let's fucking go. Okay, I will say that Kizukage, Mai, is it Kizukage? Whatever it is.
The Tsuchikage?
Tsuchikage,
No,
yeah.
the Tsuchikage is the old man.
So she's the Kizukage then.
She's the Mizukage.
Mizukage.
Yeah.
May. She's a waifu too. I'd say number 2. I'd put her.
I don't really like her, to be honest.
Interesting.
She literally spitting like hot fire.
Her
literally.
jutsu was sick.
Not even bars, bro. Just hot fire.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm fine with Tamari. I actually like Tamari a lot.
I like Hinata way better. And
I actually like
that's
Kurenai
so
too.
dope.
Kurenai was the hottest character, easy.
Kurenai?
But
Okay.
she just
She
didn't
got
have
knocked up.
She didn't have the personality.
She got
that
knocked up by that dead guy.
Yeah.
That
No,
dead guy?
Asuma.
Did you just call Asuma that dead guy? I've never heard such
Motherfucker just
disrespect.
died. Motherfucker just died. And knocked her up. And then she was just a single mother immediately.
I've never heard such disrespect.
Like, imagine knocking a woman up and then just dying immediately. Damn. Like, damn, I really can't take this like, I can't deal with fatherhood. I'm out. I'm out for good. Like, gosh, damn, okay. Like, he took deadbeat dads to a whole new level.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Okay, wait, like, if you think about it, he's on the same league as Goku of being a deadbeat dad.
I guess you're
Goku
right.
died.
He doesn't tease Gohan like, I'm coming back to life. Wait, I died again, but now I'm coming back to
Oh,
life.
that's true.
I'm
I
still
mean,
kinda
if you think
dead.
about it, Goten though, Goten was literally she was pregnant and Goku just dies. And
Yeah, that's fair,
Goten
Goten,
doesn't
though.
see his dad until he's like 10.
Damn. Goku dies for that long?
Yeah.
He
Holy
dies a
shit.
couple times.
Yeah, he couldn't come back to life
That's
that
dumb.
time.
That's
Until-
dumb as fuck.
Yeah, he
You'll
used up
see once you get there.
his like life stuff.
One day I'll watch it.
Speaking of
Yeah. Dude,
of watching something one day, Matt, will I watch your number 3 one day,
Right.
or have I already seen it?
shit. Let's see.
So, my number...
Tonio.
Tonio, yeah, right.
Tonio, I apologize, Tonio.
So,
No, Matt is Tonio's brother.
yeah, he's my evil twin. It's weird. So, my number 3 is... it's actually going to be One Piece.
Okay.
Right
wow.
now, my number 3 is One Piece. You guys have both...
You fucking baited me. You said you didn't have One Piece on your list.
I didn't, but then I kind of thought about things last minute, and I thought about how much I was enjoying... Because I just finished the Nami arc, so I watched some really good
Oh
One
my
Piece.
Dude,
And that's where I'm
Wait,
at
wait,
right
wait.
now.
I can't believe we're already getting into One Piece. But we can only
don't-
get
you
up.
don't-
Matt,
we
I'm
can-
so shocked right now.
We can save One Piece if you guys want to save it, because I know you guys
No.
both have it higher on the list if you... on your list.
I mean, the thing is, I can't go higher than the Nami arc. I'd have so much to say, but
Yeah, same.
I would love. Okay, let's just get into it right now because I'd love to get in
Okay.
to One Piece.
No, Matt, I want to hear why it's on your number. It's your number 3.
Oh
I'm
yes,
really,
you
really
put
surprised.
it. You're putting it over what? What were the two? It was
You
Boku no
put it over
Pico.
Demon Slayer.
What?
and
No, wait, no,
Hero
not Boku no
Academia.
Pico. Boku no Academia.
Isn't that the porn one?
Yeah. I saw a title about it. I did not watch that.
I don't believe you.
I did not watch that. Don't put me on the spot like that, bro. Shit.
No, I do. I really want to know how this is like Matt. I'm so shocked that this is in your top 5. I
So,
want to hear why.
so it was sudden, to be honest, because I was like denying how I felt about it. I feel like I've watched a lot of episodes. I've watched like almost 50 episodes, and it's still as daunting as it was day 1, but like, so I feel like I've just dipped my toes in or whatever, but the Nami arc really tied some things together revolving the main 5, I feel like. And that's where I think it's going to really start to take off.
I would love you, dude. Starting from the beginning, what did you think as the series just began? As you began to watch it, what did you think?
I didn't like it, to be honest.
You didn't. What did you not like?
The villains were really... That's my main issue,
Yeah.
and I think I talked about that a little
Oh,
earlier.
like with like Alveda.
The villains were like... They weren't shit. They just...
Buggy,
Buggy.
Dog Creed,
Buggy, yeah, like...
Oh, dude,
Acting
Buggy.
Buggy.
I fucking
They were
love
alright.
Buggy.
I'm talking more about like their motivations though, and who they were as characters, and they weren't that believable in my opinion. So I didn't
Okay,
really like
okay.
them until
dude.
what?
Oh no, never mind. I don't want to say anything.
All right. So
Grant knows that, dude.
I
Oh
do.
my gosh, you know, bro.
oh,
I know.
fuck.
Oh my gosh.
You guys
Matthew.
can talk about older One Piece if you want to, but I'll just like, it's not gonna matter because I'm like 700 episodes off.
Well, no. I would love you. So when did it really pick up for you? When was
Sanji?
Come on.
For sure.
the Baratier?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Dude. Okay. I would love to get into this. What did you think of fucking Mihawk?
Mihawk was awesome. He was he came out of fucking nowhere, which
Dude,
was the thing.
He's so he was literally so petty, yet had so much free time. He's the strongest swordsman. He could do whatever he
Yeah.
wants. So he's like, you know what? Fuck you for cutting me off. I'm gonna follow your ass and cut your entire Titanic-sized ship in half with one swoop.
He came out
Just to
them
fuck,
up.
just to fuck you over.
Yeah.
Not even a grand ship, an entire fleet he cut down.
Dude.
He got, like,
Oh
the
my
leftover ship was Don Krieg's last ship of his entire fleet.
And it was fucked up. Like, it was in bad shape. But one thing about Mihawks too is in like the most recent episode I watched actually, which was where Mihawks goes disregarding the
You
Mihawks
keep saying
Zoro fight real
Mihawks
quick.
with the plural.
Is it Mihawk?
Just say Mihawk, bro.
Mihawk, bro. Might be. I'm
I
sorry.
don't think you say I have to say Mihawks.
I didn't know
I
it
always
was.
hear everyone say Mihawk.
Okay,
Say
yeah.
it how you want. You know we know who you're talking
I-
about.
I'll say it proper if it's Mihawk. It's whatever.
I don't know. It's just low key. It's just like kind of like.
Yeah, I appreciate
I
you
keep
calling
hearing
me
that
out on it.
like the plural, and it's just throwing me off. Like it's just
yeah. I appreciate
You ever get that
calling me
little
out on
bug,
it.
bro? Like that's just like little itch. You're just like, bro, stop doing that shit.
Yeah, it's good.
Fly on the wall.
Yeah, but he went to visit Shanks
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that, dude.
on the island, and I was
he,
like,
he shows Luffy his or he shows Shanks Luffy's bounty.
and
Yeah.
Shanks was so proud.
Dude, and then he invites Mihawk to drink and
drink.
party to celebrate Luffy's bounty.
Dude, I thought Mihawks was gonna kill him at first. I thought he was coming to end his life, and then they were actually just.
And then
homies.
he just ends up joining in the festivities.
So that makes me wonder, how does
Wait,
Shanks
Matt,
scale?
I
Yeah.
have
And does that make you wonder? Just dude, the world is just still building, bro. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
It
Wait,
really
Arsene,
is.
I have a question for Matt, and I'm like, we probably know like a better answer to this, but I want to hear Matt's opinion.
Yeah,
So
go
you
ahead.
said Mihawk, you thought he was going to kill Shanks. Do you think he could kill Shanks? In the current point in the series that you're at, do you think he can kill Shanks?
So I'm conflicted. Honestly, Shanks gives me a real underdog vibe. Like Mihawk said,
Okay.
he even didn't want to fight him because he was just, I forget his exact words, but he said he was like a
Because
one-armed.
he lost his arm.
He
One-armed
lost
man.
his arm. Yeah, he was a one-armed man. I don't want to duel against a one-armed man. So it makes me think that Mihawk thinks that he's better than Shanks, and it makes me feel that Shanks isn't that strong. But I'm not really sure, because he's Shanks.
What do you
You
think
know-
of Shanks from what you saw of him in the beginning to the first few episodes?
I feel like if he was
To now.
really strong, he should have been able to make it out without losing the arm.
That's fair.
Okay.
You know, it's the only thing I'll say is that it's a thematic choice for Shanks to lose his arm. It's meant as a symbol to Luffy.
What do you think about Shanks? As his arm gets chopped off. And how is he gonna save Luffy? And all he does is just stare at that Sea King, and the Sea King's so scared
Yeah.
of just looking in his eyes that he just backs off because of that.
That definitely says something, for sure. But it's hard to... Just from that, I think I can't assume how strong he is, because I haven't...
That's true.
I've never seen him in a fight, Like,
That's true.
I don't know how
Hey.
he knows Mihawk, or if they fought in the past or something. And if they have, then it means that
Yeah.
he's really fucking strong.
I'll say this. 1,000 chapters in, I still haven't seen Shanks fight. I don't think that's a spoiler.
What?
I don't think that's a spoiler either, bro.
What?
Yes, that is. While that is true, you do get a lot more context to Shanks' power, and you get a lot more feats. Is what I'll say. You get a lot more
He shows up again.
on
He
what-
shows up again.
Okay, let me ask. This is gonna be a little bit of a spoiler, but does he show up in the main storyline? Like, does he meet Luffy again?
No.
Please just tell me.
No, not yet.
Well,
Where I am in the anime,
you'll learn
no.
you'll learn very like, if things are said in One Piece, they mean it. Like it's there. There's very, very little in that series that is like, oh, I say this, but it really means this. When things are like said in One Piece, they're pretty literal. So like, Shanks says, "Give that hat back to me when you're able to meet me. Like when you're capable enough to be on my level." That's kind of like, that's what it is. When
That's
Luffy
a great
is
way of
able
putting it,
to
yeah.
meet Shanks, he will meet Shanks. But at the point where we're at, Luffy is not able to meet Shanks.
So I think I don't know.
That's
Maybe that just
crazy.
goes to show
Holy
you
shit.
how much the world has to build and how much Luffy has to grow in order to be able to get to that point where he's on the same level as Shank, to be able to hand him that hat back.
That's pretty crazy.
What do you have they gotten to the point where they named themselves yet?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
But yeah, where they name their goals. Yeah, I know, I hear you.
That's honestly,
but
that's
yeah, no,
probably
you-
going to be
you
my next
know-
episode, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, let's get into
So-
I want to get into something. Back to the Baratie a little bit. What did you think of Zoro and his, what happened with him in the arc?
Oh, that was so cool. I think I've talked about this a little bit with Grant before, but like Zoro, specifically the part where Mihawk fucks him up, with his little tiny knife,
Yeah.
and then he stabs Zoro in where his heart should be or whatever, and he's like, "Why don't you back away?" And Zoro's like, "If I took one step back, I would never be able to stand before you again." And I was like, damn, that's...
But he also admits defeat.
He does admit
And-
defeat,
but
that's all
because-
part of it.
And because he's like, he's so honorable also as a swordsman. Mihawk
yeah.
puts away the
I was gonna say
little
that there's
knife.
a sense of honor with them
Yeah.
and respect.
Yeah, and Mihawk puts away the little knife that he was toying with Zoro with. Zoro's using all three of his katanas, and Mihawk's using a little pocket knife. He puts that away, pulls out his fucking, behemoth of a sword,
Yup.
and slices him across his torso, his entire torso.
Mhm.
And he almost dies, but he takes it willingly. Because he knows he's not nearly at the same level also. He's like,
Yeah.
just cut me. But also he goes to show like his resolve to never end up with any scars on his back.
Mhm.
Essentially being like he never ran from a fight. Whatever it was, he took it head on.
Mm-hmm.
Like a fucking man.
Yeah. Yeah, scars on a swordsman's back are a shame.
Yeah, yes. Oh. I couldn't remember the dialogue. Thank
Bro,
you.
Damn, did he say that? I
Yeah.
I'll never. Yeah, he did.
Fuck.
That is some
I rewatch that moment like, every
shivering.
now and then, and every time it makes me so emotional. Like the moment where, like, especially like, the fight is like really, like it kind of shows how far Zoro has to go and like how dedicated he is, and then that dedication to his goal combines with Luffy in that moment where he's like. He says, "From this moment, Luffy, can you hear me? From this moment on, I refuse to lose again." And then he's like, "Do you hear that? The King of the Pirates." And that's where Zoro dedicates not only his goal to himself, but his goal to his captain.
Damn. Yeah.
That's his captain. He's going to become the strongest swordsman, not only for himself, but so he can be strong enough and worthy of the man who's going to be the king of the pirates.
To be on the crew and be labeled the
Yep.
second mate of the king of the pirates.
Yep.
He
And
has
that's
to.
like another thing of the next arc, Matt, like where you learn what it means to be like Nakama. and like what it means to be a comrade and
Yeah.
a friend in like Luffy's eyes, to where like Luffy's willing to go to every lengths to destroy Nami's
Oh.
horrible past
Oh
life
my goodness.
That was
and
so
to declare
cool.
her
Wait.
to
Oh my
remind her
goodness.
that's what she is, you know.
Oh my god, yeah, you're
Oh my
right.
goodness.
That moment where he gives her the hat.
Oh my goodness, dude.
It's one of the best fucking moments of the whole show. It's
Honestly-
such a
Wait.
good moment.
Before we get to there, what did you think of Sanji and his backstory? And overall, like, wait. What did you think of Buggy? Shit, let's back up even more.
Buggy,
Dude,
come on now.
honestly, it didn't pick up at all until Sanji came. It took me forever to watch the first maybe like
You hated Buggy.
until the first 20 episodes came and Sanji and the Baratier arc started happening. It was like I could keep watching.
You didn't like
I
Buggy.
I could stop at any point. Buggy fucking sucked, dude.
What
Yeah,
the
At,
heck?
at that point, it's like I like Luffy and Zoro's pretty cool, but they're both nerfed when they have to fight,
Dude.
and so it's not really that cool. I just want to get through it. Like it's whatever. Honestly,
Shit. What did you think of the dog, Choo Choo?
I liked that
forgot about
story.
Choo-Choo.
The Choo
I
Choo
forgot
was
about
nice.
Choo-Choo.
Okay.
I liked the story, but that doesn't make up for the whole arc.
Damn. Okay.
So
what
Matt,
did you think about
honestly,
Syrup Village?
I feel you, because when I got to that point, like when I was like, I remember being at Buggy and being like, "Come the fuck on! I don't care about this guy. Whatever. He's literally a clown. I just want to move on with the story." And because from your perspective of where you're at, what you're saying is completely justified, and I feel it like 100%.
So I will say I watched One Piece way back when it originally aired on 4Kids, and I was a kid at this point, but they went through all the way to I think Alabasta or something.
Yeah.
But I had watched. When I got back into One Piece, and I was going through the arcs, and I remembered all the stuff that I had like seen from Buggy and all that stuff, and it just hit like a wave of nostalgia kind of. And when I was I think to speed up a little bit, I was reading through the arcs. Maybe I was watching too. I don't remember, or maybe I watched later. But basically, as I was reading or watching through, like just reading, like just I don't know, it just hit. It hits so differently. Cause I don't know. It was, and like, so when I was going through, it was just seeing like Buggy and stuff. It was just so cool. I just found it so cool. Like, dude, Buggy and Shanks were on the same pirate crew.
No,
That-
spoiler.
No, that was in the arc.
Was it?
That was in the arc. Yeah.
They revealed that.
Buggy
yeah.
says that he knew Shanks because
True. That's how
they
he
were
got
in the
in
same
trouble.
pirate crew, and they show one major character in there. You won't know. You won't have any idea. I'll show you later, bro. Once we actually get there. But they also they show that Shanks is the reason that Buggy ended up accidentally eating the fruit, the devil fruit.
Oh yeah. I just thought that was stupid though. I was like, dude, why'd you eat it?
Yeah, and no, it was definitely like comedy.
But
Honestly, any interaction Shanks and Buggy have are comedy.
It was
but-
pretty funny,
but-
not gonna lie.
But now that you know, 1,000 chapters in, Luffy is not near Shanks' level. He still hasn't met Shanks. He's not on equal
So,
level.
If there's anyone listening who reads the manga, this is gonna be a hot take, but I personally think Luffy is pretty damn close.
Whoa.
I think he's pretty damn close to getting him to being able to like contend with being able to give him the hat back.
I'm not caught up with the manga, so I can't agree nor disagree with that. But
Holy
from
shit.
where I am, I think the anime just caught up to where I was. So I would say currently with the anime episodes, he's not near it. I would say there's still quite a bit he's got to learn before.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that.
he's caught up to he's on equal footing with Shanks. So wait, but keeping that all that with that knowledge intact now, knowing that Buggy and Shanks come from the same crew, Shanks is at a crazy level now. You can realize that.
Yeah.
He knows Mihawk, who slices shit in half like it's nothing.
Yeah.
That giant Titanic of a ship. So Mihawk's fucking insane. And Shanks is chatting with him like it's nothing. So they have some sort of like...
Shanks and Buggy?
No, Shanks and Mihawk are on some sort of like similar level.
Yeah.
And being able to sort of power scale Shanks or Mihawk, and being able to sort of from that being able to scale Shanks, how does that change your perspective of Buggy?
It doesn't. Honestly.
What?
No, you know what? I can understand where he's coming from, because at this point, Buggy's kind of like at the point where Matt's at, I think it's fair to say that Buggy's kind of a meme. Like, he's someone who was able to be better than like the people around him because like he had his crew, he had numbers,
he had the devil fruit.
He had a devil fruit, which is, that's a thing.
That's the one cool thing about him, is that he's the only other character I've seen that has that, but he sucked.
Yeah. And that's fair. It's
I do want to ask you actually, what do you think of devil fruits?
They're really cool. They seem pretty broken if you utilize them properly.
But like with
but I haven't seen much of them. Like I've seen Buggy and Luffy.
Yeah. So I will say, in the world of One Piece, the One Piece world, I think like the author Goda, as some people call him, because he's the fucking goat.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
But Goda, he's come out and said that I think it's like kind of now not like the geography of the world in One Piece, and it's I think 80% water.
In the world?
Like the surface of the earth is 80% water. It's mostly water. So travel and all that stuff is mostly done by ship.
Primarily.
Primarily.
I think it's fair to say it's primarily done by ship. So that's the thing, is like you have like amazing powers, but your weakness surrounds you.
Yeah. You and going on to be a pirate,
it's a tough job.
You're essentially going on to like a disadvantaged battlefield. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Because if you fall off into the water, you're done.
At this point in the story, Luffy's had like in what seems like every fight, he has a run-in where he's a little bit nerfed because the water's around him, which sucks. But I get it. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool.
That happened against Don Krieg.
It happened against Don Krieg. It
happened against Arlong too.
It happened against Arlong, and there was, it just happens a lot.
So, all right. So wait. What did you think of Sanji then? Or wait, no. Did we get into Syrup Village?
Syrup Village. I haven't been there.
Usopp's Village.
Oh yeah. Here's my take on that. Captain Kuro was the best villain we've seen so far, and that includes Arlong.
Okay.
I gotta say.
Okay.
I've been waiting for a villain to best him, but I like him a lot.
Okay. What did you think of that arc?
I thought it was pretty cool. I don't necessarily like Usopp as a character, but I think he gives something that the crew needs. So, but
keep in mind, I think it's said Usopp's dad is a sniper on Shanks's crew.
Yeah, I remember that. It did say that.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll learn who Usopp's dad is at some point.
Isn't that's pretty cool?
That is pretty cool. It's weird how they're all tied to Shanks somehow.
Dude, Shanks, doesn't it make you just want to know
He's like
what the fuck is going on
like
with
the
Shanks?
big connector. It's really weird.
It just clouds Shanks in more mystery, I think.
Yeah.
More, but like, or not in more mystery. The intrigue to like reveal what's within the clouds grows
I know you guys said
tremendously.
I know you guys said he doesn't fight in the later One Piece, but I really hope that it at least says something like Shanks scales to this, or like Shanks has done this before.
Very much so indirectly.
Okay, so it's like I imagine it to be something like
there's never any statement like there's very few statements in One Piece that are like this character is stronger than that character. It's more like Shanks was able to do that. Not even that guy could do this. You know, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, okay.
So like it's indirect, but yeah, there are like levels to where you can see like, oh, Shanks is on this tier, like he's in this scope kind of thing. But I think Arsene might agree with me if he can know what I'm talking about without me saying it, because I don't want to spoil it. I think they're saving Shanks's fighting ability for a specific fight.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That. Oh,
Luffy versus Shanks.
Maybe you'll just have to keep watching. To find out.
yeah.